Hello and welcome to Felix's Spacetime. In today's video we'll be unboxing the New Glenn rocket model sent to me by Rabbit 3D Printing on Etsy. As you may know, I unboxed another one of their models, the Starship and Super Heavy rocket model, in one of my past videos, so if you haven't watched that, go back and watch that. So let's get into it and let's start unboxing it. So, in the first box we have, the nose cone, so like the nose cone, like the fairings there, and then we have this part which has the New Glenn writing on and the American flag, and these I think they're called flaps. They just move around to help it maneuver when it's coming back into land. And then we've got this part here, which has the Blue Origin feather on. And all of them, as you might see, they've kind of got these shapes in, just like the Starship and Super Heavy model. They've kind of got like building block kind of things. They all kind of slot into each other. So let's go into the second box. Alright, okay, so we've got the stand, which has all the legs on, and the engines, and as again it's got the building blocks on. And then we've got this part which goes on top of the legs and the rocket, the engines, I think, which has Blue Origin written on it, which has some brilliant decals and like design to it. And that's it. And then we'll put it together just without the glue first to see what it looks like and make sure it's all there, obviously. So the first part of the legs, then this part goes on. So they just kind of slot into each other, so it's very easy. And if you want it to be secure, you can use glue to stick them together, which is what we'll be doing. This bit goes then on top of here, like that. And we've got this part here, which has the Blue Origin feather on. And then we've got the nose cone, which doesn't have a building block on because it doesn't have any certain position it needs to go in. Just when you are gluing it, make sure it's all lined up. It's not kind of going off the edge of it. And then it lines up onto here, if you can see that. And the design is really good. It's actually really, it's quite a big model, but it has some beautiful design. So we'll get into to gluing it now. Okay, so we're going to glue it all together now. As in my last video with the Starship unboxing, I've got poly cement, solvent-based cement suitable for plastic model kits, which is perfect for gluing these together. Or in the description of the Etsy listing, it says you can just use Pritt Stick if you don't have any like proper glue. So we'll start off with the legs and the engine. The legs have already been glued on for you. Because they don't fold, which is alright. They've already been glued on for you, so you don't have to do any like really small gluing. So this bit and this bit, which has the Blue Origin writing on, just slot into each other, just like this. Make sure it's in the right place, like that. So we're going to pop a bit of glue just around here and around here, and maybe a dot on the little the building block part. This is if you are using poly cement, I'll leave a link to where you can buy it in the description. Make sure it doesn't get on your hands or anything, because it could stick your hand to whatever you're touching. So we're just going to do just a bit of a line, so maybe a few dots around the air, bit on the building block part, and then a bit around here as well. Maybe a dot inside there as well. And then when you're doing this, you need to be really careful that it's all lined up and you don't smear loads of glue all over the model, because it could ruin it. So just really carefully slot it into it like that, and then hold it down for about a minute or so. or just put something heavy on top of it. And then so the next bit we've got is the bit with it says New Glenn and the American flag with the flaps that move around. So we're going to just put a bit of glue around here, and a bit on the building block like that, and then a bit again on around here, and a bit inside the building block, and a bit in there. You shouldn't have to use much because it is just a really small bit should do. And then make sure it's all lined up and click it and just hold it in place for a second. And the next part we've got is the bit with the Blue Origin feather, which is these decals are a really brilliant design. I will definitely be leaving a link to this in the description of the video. I definitely recommend go and buy it. Because it really is a brilliant model. So you can get two sizes, a small one and a large one. Okay, so we'll go on to this bit now. And as before, we'll put just a bit onto here. So maybe just a few dots, and a bit on the building block, and a bit around here. And a bit in there. And then carefully pop it into place. Like that. And then, like I said earlier, the nose cone doesn't have a building block on, which is fine, because it doesn't have a specific kind of position it needs to go on. So we'll just put a bit of glue just on here, and a bit of glue on here. You don't need to use much, like I said. And then kind of just line it up really carefully, because if anything goes wrong with this bit, it won't look as good as it could. And kind of just hold that into place. Make sure it's all lined up around the edge. You don't want to ruin it or anything, and hold it in place. You're going to want to leave this for about half an hour or so to make sure it's all really dry, and then I'll be back to show you the last bit of it and read through the description it has on the Etsy page. So leave this for about an hour and a half, or just even half an hour will be fine. I've left the model to dry for about 45 minutes, and it's all stuck together now. Really good quality. All the decals are on there. All the engines and the legs, really good quality. So I'm going to read the description of it that I have on the Etsy page. So a New Glenn is a heavy lift orbital launch vehicle in development by Blue Origin. All parts are 3D printed, including the decals. Supplied in 4 main parts with joining blocks. Use a small amount of model glue or even a Pritt stick to fix in place. All models are printed in biodegradable PLA plastic in an attractive silky finish. Ready assembled, can be supplied in kit form if requested. Super easy to build. So it really is a brilliant model. I'll put a link to it, and I definitely recommend you go and buy it. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye.